What is the clause? A group of words which has a subject and a predicate forms a sentence or part of a sentence is called clause. Has two main kinds, namely. Independent clause is the first kind of clause. Independent clause. An independent clause which has a subject and a predicate and gives complete sense but can make a sentence by itself. Has further 5 kinds. Declarative is the first kind of independent clause. Declarative clause. Those independent clauses which make an affirmative, negative, or an emphatic statement are called declarative clause. He plays soccer. She helped them. She does not work hard. We do sit here. You are planning parties. She is getting paid $100. She wears red nail polish. I love my books. The room smells clean. He is my new friend. It is a nice day. The grass is green after the rain. Interrogative is the second kind of independent of clause. Interrogative clause. Those independent clauses which ask questions and ends with a question mark are called interrogative clauses. Where are you going? What time is it? Do you play cricket? Does she read in Ballad Olilm school? Did you come by bus or by car? Does your brother prefer meat or fish? Imperative is the third kind of independent clause. Imperative clause. Those independent clauses which contain an advice, command, request, or suggestion and ends with a full stop are called imperative clause. Close the door. Please forgive him. Let us go to Canada. Clean your hands. Bring me a glass of water. Don't ever touch my phone. Pass the salt. Move out of my way. Exclamatory is the fourth kind of independent clause. Exclamatory clause. Those independent clauses which express sudden and strong feelings of joy, sorrow, or surprise and ends with sign of exclamation are called exclamatory clause. Happy birthday, Anne. Wow, I really love you. Alas. He died. Hurrah. We defeated you. Fantastic, let's go. What a happy ending. How slow they crawl. Optative is the fifth kind of independent clause. Optative clause. Those independent clauses which contain a pray is called optative clause. May God bless us all. May your team win the match. May you live long. What a boring day. May God help you. May God bless you. Dependent clause is the second kind of clause. Dependent clause. A dependent clause which has a subject and a predicate but it does not give complete sense and cannot make a sentence by itself. It can make a sentence when it is joined to an independent clause. Dependent clause plays the role of a noun, an adjective or an adverb. Has further 11 kinds, namely. Adjective is the first kind of dependent clause. Adjective clause. Those dependent clauses which have a subject and a predicate and work as an adjective is called adjective clause. Has further 4 kinds. Who, it is used for persons and also pets both in subjective and objective cases. To whom, it is used for persons only in objective cases. Whose, it is often used for persons but can also be used for animals and non-living things in possessive cases. Note, when, who, whom, which and that are used in dependent clauses, they are called relative pronouns. When, where, and why are used in dependent clauses, they are called relative adverbs. Whose when it is used in interrogative sentences at the beginning of a sentence, it is called interrogative pronoun, and when it is used as an adjective in dependent clause, it is called possessive adjective or relative pronoun. Whose is it? Here it is interrogative pronoun. I know the person whose car you bought. Here it is possessive adjective or relative pronoun. Of which, it is used for things in possessive cases as an alternative of whose. Which, it is used for things and animals. That, it is used both for persons and things. When, it is used for time. Where, it is used for place. Why, it is used for reason. Note, both who and that can be used for persons, both, in subjective and objective cases in defining adjective clauses. It is first type of adjective clause. Defining/restrictive clause. It defines the noun or pronoun of the independent clause in such a way that it makes the meaning clear. Defining or restrictive clause is necessary, it cannot be omitted. If it is omitted, the meaning will not be clear. He is the boy who beats your brother. She is the girl who comes here daily. He is the man who helped us last year. He is the teacher who taught them English. He was the man who had robbed Habib Bank. He is the man who defeated you last year. It is second type of adjective clause. Non-defining or non-restrictive clause. Non-defining adjective clause gives extra information about the noun of independent clause. It is not necessary, it can be omitted. If it is omitted, there will not be any effect on the meaning will be clear and understandable. Quaid-e-Azam, who made Pakistan, died in 1948. Pacific Ocean, which is the biggest ocean, covers half of the world. Paris, which is the capital city of France, is very beautiful. Islamabad, which is the capital of Pakistan, is very green. Lisanul Khan, who is the office in charge of Baladul Ilm school, is very intelligent. It is third type of adjective clause. Contact clause. Defining adjective clause is changed into contact clause by the removal of relative pronouns and relative adverbs when they are used as objects. Or when relative pronouns and relative adverbs are used as an object in the defining adjective clause, they can be omitted. If they are omitted, the clause is called contact clause. She is the girl we met yesterday. He is the person we invited last week. She was the girl they had deceived. This is the car we were buying. This was the house he had burnt. I saw the man you had abused. It is fourth type of adjective clause. Connective clause. Connective clause does not modify the noun or pronoun of independent clause, it only keeps the story continue. We sent a message to him, who did not listen to it carefully. He gave a pen to her, who gave it to me. We proposed a proposal to them, who did not like it. We sent a gun to him, who sent a book to us in return. Adverb is the second kind of dependent clause. Adverb clause. Adverb clause is a group of words which has a subject and a predicate and works as an adverb. Has 9 kinds. It is first kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of purpose. Adverb clause of purpose expresses any purpose. He works hard so that he may pass the exam. She runs fast so that she can reach soon. They help us so that we may finish our work of time. People take exercise in order that they can remain fit. We want to go to Winnipeg in order that we can find a good car for us. It is second kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of condition. Adverb clause of condition shows that what condition result happens. He will pass the exam if he works hard. He will not pass the exam unless he works hard. He will pass the exam provided that he works hard. He will pass the exam on condition that he works hard. He will pass the exam as long as he works hard. He will pass the exam supposing that he works hard. He will pass the exam so long as he works hard. He will pass the exam whether he works hard or not. It is third kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of comparison. In adverb clause of comparison we compare persons or thing equally and unequally with one another. Has 2 types. It is the first type of adverb clause of comparison. As clause. As clause compares persons or things equally and unequally with one another. Equal comparison with as. He has as many friends as you have. Arabic is as vast as English is. She was as intelligent as you are. They are as strong as we are. She wants as much as he wants. Unequal comparison with as. He does not have as many friends as you have. Arabic is not as vast as English is. She was not as intelligent as you are. They are not as strong as we are. He does not want as much as he wants. Equal comparison with as, so. As is the mother, so is the daughter. As is the table, so is the chair. As were the students, so was the teacher. As was the king, so were ministers. As is the wife, so is the husband. It is the second type of adverb clause of comparison. Then clause. Then clause compares persons or thing unequally with one another is called then clause. She is more intelligent than he is. I am faster than they are. She runs faster than he does. He is older than I am. He runs faster than he does. He is better than me. Metaphor. He is a lion. He is a fox. Wajahullah Khan is Shakespeare. It is fourth kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of place. Adverb clause of place shows position of an action. We will meet again today where we met yesterday. I will come with you wherever you go. Everywhere they go, people go behind them. Can you find him anywhere he goes? It is the fifth kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of manner. Adverb clause of manner describes behavior of objects. Teach us as he was teaching us. He does not work as he is to work. He speaks as if he were the PM of Canada. He behaves as though he is a king. It is the sixth kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of result. Adverb clause of result tells consequence of an action and quality of object. He is so intelligent that no one can teach him. She is such a nice person that everyone likes her. Balad ul Ilm School's method is such that everyone likes it. His habits are such that everyone surprises at him. It is seventh kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of contrast or concession. Adverb clause of contrast shows the evolution of objects. Though he is poor, he is generous. Although they are rich, they are miser. Even though she is intelligent, she cannot teach us. However fast I may run, I will not be able to catch him. No matter what he says, do not listen to him. Whatever may happen, I will go with them. Young as he is, he does not know difference between good and bad. Even if it rains, I will go for jogging. He is still teaching actively, considering that he is over 75. He typed 10 letters while I typed 20 letters. Whilst she is an able girl, she is not a successful teacher. He is an educated person whereas his wife is uneducated. Much as they want to join Balad ul Ilm School, we did not accept them. Wherever he may go, he cannot escape. Whenever you come, don't bring them with you. They will help you whether you tell them or not. No matter whether you go or not, we will go to their party. It is eighth kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause or reason or cause. Adverb clause of reason tells the cause of an action. The students are playing outside because their teacher is absent. We are here because of you. As I don't have money, I cannot buy this car. Since he is rich, everyone respects him. Seeing I did not have money, I did not go to market. Seeing that your and my birthday is on the same day, we can arrange a combined party. Seeing as the weather was bad, we stayed at home. Now we all are here, Let's start the meeting. Now that he is absent today, we cannot work. He is happy that he has passed the exam. He does not come nowadays, for he is busy with his work. It is ninth kind of adverb clause. Adverb clause of time. Adverb clause of time tells us the age of an action. When he laughs, he keeps on laughing. Whenever she eats, she keeps on eating. While he was eating food, he died. Bring me a glass of water before you go out. After they had left, we arrived. I will fight till I am alive. Don't let him go until he finishes his work. I saw him as I was getting of the bus. The students stand up when the teacher enters into the class. He ran away just as he saw his father. I had scarcely reached home when it started raining. We had barely eaten food when the driver started the bus. She had hardly answered the question when she was asked another. He had no sooner got off his car than they started firing at him. I recognized him immediately I saw him. They ran away as soon as they saw the police. We have been friends since we left school. He died during the time that he was eating food. The patient will have died by the time that the doctor comes. He goes home directly he finishes his work. It started raining the moment that I came out of my house. Once you understand computer, you will have no difficulty. Keep my gun with you so long as you need it. You can stay here as long as you want to stay. Noun clause is the third kind of dependent clause. Noun clause. A noun clause which has a subject and a predicate and does the work of a noun is called a noun clause. Have two types. It is first type of noun clause. That clause. Such noun clauses which are introduced by that are called that clause. Functions. That clause as a subject. That Khan has died is false. The America will attack on Iraq is true. That he tells lie makes me angry. That there is no light is strange. That you have passed the exam is splendid. That clause as an object. I think that he is a good teacher. I realize that I should study. I dreamed that I was in heaven. He decided that he should study. I remember that she had an orange. That clause as a compliment. The news is that they will leave. The situation is that he understands. Pakistan is not that we think. Computer is that it changed the world. My wish is that I may become a teacher. That clause as an object of infinitive. I am sorry to say that you are failed. I was astonished to see that you have passed the test. She was happy to see that I was working till 3 o'clock. We were excited to listen that they are coming. I was doubtful to see that he was not cheating. It is the second type of noun clause. W.H clause. Such noun clauses which are introduced by WH words are called WH noun clause. Functions. As a subject. What I need is money. When the Second World War started in obvious. Where we live in Aliabad Jamali. Why they killed him in a mystery. How they worked is doubtful. Who makes mistake is my friend. Whom I met is his father. Whose rights are snatched is human being. As an object. I don't know what he wants. I know where he lives. I don't understand why he is absent. I don't know who she is. I don't know when I will return. I did not see how he went. I don't know whose book that is. I cannot say which book is yours. As a compliment. This is where I live. This is why he thinks wrong. Life is what I make it. This is how he described the accident. Comment clause is the fourth kind of dependent clause. Comment clause. Comment clauses are small clauses which also use at the beginning, at the middle and at the end of the independent clause. You know, I am not supporting him. as she clearly knows, he doesn't like her. You see, he is openly challenging all of us. I believe, they will satisfy all of you. In my view, they are leading her. I think, he is not coming with them. I don't think, they will help us. I don't know, where he lives. She means, she is not fit for this job. He does not mean, he is involved in this case. Oh, I see, he was cheating us. I suppose, they are not in his favor. I am afraid, I may not able to help you. As she said, they are not honest. To be frank, I don't like it. What is more likely, he may win the game. It is clear, he is not an honest person. You bet, they will not defeat him. In my opinion, you are wrong. I doubt, you are not working honestly. To be fair, he is doing injustice. According to him, today is holy day. I guess, he will win this match. I feel, he is angry. Participle clause is the fifth kind of dependent clause. Participle clause. The participle clause in which ing participle or the past participle is main word is called participle clause. There are two types of participle clause. It is first type of participle clause. Relative participle clause. Relative participle clauses are the part of adjective clause. They can be used as defining and non-defining clauses. Present participle. Mr. Ainullah Khan, who is sitting on the chair, is my student. The lady who is standing near the gate, is her sister. The car which is parking under the tree is mine. Past participle. Mr. Wajahullah Khan, who was confused in the class, was trying to control the class. The man who was accused of corruption has been released. The man who was covered with confusion was looking here and there. Its second type of participle clause. Adverbial participle clause. Adverbial participle clauses are the past of adverb clause. Because of ing form they are called adverbial participle clause. Being a teacher, he should not do like this. Being a scholar, he must know his responsibilities. Having completed my homework, I slept. After being beaten, he ran away. Elliptical clause is the sixth kind of dependent clause. Elliptical clause. The elliptical clause are necessary for grammatical completion but not for meaning. I don't believe, he is angry. She is angry if he is. Those who want, can go out. If he has to obey him, I don't have to. We teach better than they. Verbless clause is the seventh kind of dependent clause. Verbless clause. A clause in which sometimes verb is omitted but understood, even, sometime, subject is also omitted but understood is called verbless clause. Though poor, he is generous. While at school, he was very active. The boy responsible for the mess has disappeared. When with us at office, he would work honestly. Clauses of proportion is the eighth kind of dependent clause. Clauses of proportion. In the clauses of proportion, we discuss two comparative ideas. The more you eat, the fatter you become. The faster you go, the sooner you reach. The more you work, the more you learn. The deeper the well, the warmer the water. The earlier you go to marriage party, the better food you get. Clause of preference is the ninth kind of dependent clause. Clause of preference. The clause of preference is used to express the preference of one thing to the other thing. Rather than watching TV, I prefer reading my books. Rather than taking coffee, I prefer taking tea. Rather than traveling by bus, I prefer traveling by car. Rather than eating meat, wise people prefer eating vegetables. Finite clause is the nth kind of dependent clause. Finite clause verb. A clause whose verb element is a finite verb phrase is called finite verb clause. I cannot go out because I am studying this evening. We hope that they will help us. They expect that she will do something for them. She doubts whether she has been selected or not. He surprised when they refused him. Infinite clause is the 11th kind of dependent clause. Infinite clause. A clause whose verb element is an infinite verb phrase is called infinite verb clause. Judging his mentality, I did not say anything. Knowing my temper, I did not reply. To talk too much, is nonsense. Sleeping too much, is not good. Soaked with blood, he rushed to hospital.